Hi, this is dsf.my, and today we are in a pickup truck, a diesel pickup truck. The last time we drove a diesel pickup truck, it was Japanese, because why? The Japanese literally rule the pickup truck market in this part of the region. Uh, Next up is Ford. Ford is doing very well. Thailand, Australia, Malaysia, but the Japanese still rule the pickup truck market. Now, in the last few months, we've talked about, actually, no, for the last 2 years, not few months. Last 2 years, we've talked about how Chinese automotive brands have slowly come into Malaysia and the region, and they've taken control, strict control of the market in various areas, but mostly with electric cars. Electric cars, they're leading the way. The Europeans are, watching and saying, hey, this, we misunderstood or underestimated what the Japanese brands can do when it comes to electric cars. So with the success of electric cars and also ICE cars, like this one in front here, Chinese car brands are dominating our market slowly. Actually, I shouldn't use the word dominating, but creeping up towards the established brands slowly but surely. And next year is going to be even more interesting, because this year they're building factories in Malaysia. Now, I'm giving you all this background information because today we are test driving a pickup truck. I'm not showing you the bags right now, but if I really keep going, you'll probably keep guessing what I'm driving, whether it's Chinese, Japanese, maybe even Korean, or could it be a European vehicle. Nice big center screen, aircon vents on either side. As you can hear, the safety system telling me I'm going too fast in a 50-kilometer zone. So that means it's got very good navigation system to keep updated. 8-speed gearbox, 2-liter diesel engine, 170 brake horsepower, 410 Newton meters of torque from a 2-liter diesel. So, the question now is, have you guessed what we're test driving? The big reveal starts now. JAC. What's JAC? You're probably asking. Who is JAC? Where are they from? Well, JAC, surprise, surprise, is a huge Chinese truck and commercial vehicle manufacturer. They've been around for 60 over years in China, but they've been selling in China, doing very well, mostly utility trucks, nothing for the passenger market or nothing for the lifestyle market. Now comes this JAC T9 pickup truck, and it's surprising, starting with what you see in the cabin, and surprising with how it drives and feels, which we will share in a little bit. But first, let's do a quick walk around of this new pickup truck. From this angle that you're looking at right now, if I had covered up this 3 alphabets, JAC, you would think this is some American truck. First impression for a lot of people when they saw this truck was, is this a Ram, Dodge Ram? It's American muscle truck. Of course, it doesn't have the heft of those American trucks, but it has the look. Big, intimidating grille, very prominent alphabets in front to say where it's from, JAC. Nice, I would say, muscular looking bonnet, shaped, slightly flat arches, and you got this nice black trim. This black trim would not feel out of place inside the truck. That's what I'm saying. It feels nice, trim color, and it doesn't feel cheap. If you knock it, it actually feels solid. Matte black. I like the way it comes out. Okay, and then you've got little indents here, just to give it some character. Light treatment Very stylish, especially at night. You got to see the light treatment at night. It's very nice. Very slim headlamps, big fogs, and daytime running lights. Now, if you go to the side of the truck, big chunky side view mirror. Big chunky side view mirror. 18-inch wheels. Nice design. You almost think that it came from a Subaru wheel shop. You know why? Because the Subaru wheels are almost the same. Nice chunky door handles. Door shut with a very nice stud. You could say it sounds very American. And then chunky points for you to tie your goods down. And you've got this big, nicely designed, simple JAC with nice tail lamps here. Big bumpers. A feature that a lot of pickup trucks, established pickup trucks, don't have. Show you again. This is something important because you don't want it to just boom, fall down. Load area is covered in nice hard wearing material. Looks good. This side bars come with the vehicle. As you can see, it's from JAC itself. All-wheel drive T9. This is a product that is set to worry the established brands. Because why? This vehicle in this spec is 119,888. So that's just below 120,000. Now for this price, none of the competitors are close in this price. Yes, they have lower spec pickup trucks, but this is the high spec, and I'll share with you why it's a high spec. If you get inside the truck, you got this nice diamond pattern here on the seats and also on the door panels. You got nice material finish in the vehicle. You've got one-touch power windows, leather steering wheel, well-designed cabin, mood lighting, 64 choices of mood lighting. And then here's the part I want you to listen. Listen, when I start up the truck. After the initial startup, it's quiet, it's refined. It's a 2-liter, but it's refined, and that is very important because why? If you're going to use this as an urban vehicle, you don't want a noisy diesel. So they've got it very quiet for diesel, and the cabin is well insulated. If I shut the doors and you get in, like just now when I was driving, you're not going to hear much. In terms of features, safety features, it's a lot. So I'm actually going to take the brochure and read it to you. Normally I share the features with you just off the cuff, but this is a lot of features. So you got tire pressure monitoring system. Okay, that's common with a lot of trucks right now. AEB, also common. Lane departure warning, blind spot monitor, lane keep assist, lane change assist, active cruise control, very important for a lot of people long distance. Traffic sign recognition system. That's why we saw just now, it was warning us of our speed. Front parking sensor, rear parking sensor, important for big trucks, so it's easy for people to park them. Reverse camera, and it's got a 360-degree camera to make sure your parking is perfect. It works well, screen is large, camera is clear. Isofix 6 at the back, of course, because you want to take a child, if it's for a lifestyle. Keyless entry and push button start. Push button is here, keyless entry, the key is in my pocket. Electronic parking brake and auto hold. Climate control, air conditioning, it's all right here. You can adjust it on the screen. This is a 10.4-inch screen. This is a 7-inch screen. 6-way adjustable electric seat. For the passenger, it's 4-way. Like I said earlier, 64 colors, ambient light. Rear row armrest, and it's also cup holders and aircon vents for the rear passengers. Very important. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on the system. Ready for you to use. No worries, okay? Wireless charging, and a very decent sound system, I got to say, for a truck, Sound system is not too bad. So you've got all this in the JAC T9. Okay, this is the high spec vehicle. There is only one spec right now in Malaysia. There's also an electric version which will be test driving in the very near future, but this is the 2-liter diesel. Now, a lot of people who use trucks for lifestyle use, let me switch it off. You don't want to, damage the environment with idling vehicles. A lot of people would say, hey, how's the back seat? Because I'm going to be carrying passengers, my family, my friends, because it's a lifestyle truck. If it's a working class truck, then you got to put workers at the back. But you got nice chunky side step. So you get in the rear, you got this quilted seat pattern, easy to get in, nice height. It's actually comfortable. You got proper headrests. You got little pockets here to put your handphone, your whatever you need to do, whatever you need to carry, small things. Center armrest. If you got 2 passengers, put it up. If you have 3 passengers, you got charging points below there. 3 types of charging points to charge whatever you need. These front seats are really wide. I was sitting just now, I didn't adjust the seat. I've got a lot of legroom here, So if I'm taller, I can still sit here. So it's actually been designed to accommodate rear passengers very well. So if you think about it, JAC with 60 years experience in building trucks, commercial, non-commercial, and pickup trucks in China, and they've been doing so well, they know what they're doing. This is not some company that just turned up, a few years ago. On top of that, at 119,000 ringgit for all this, you start thinking, are the rest overcharging for their pickup trucks? Are we paying too much for those pickup trucks? So now let's take a short drive and see what we think about its drive feel, because everyone says pickup trucks, some are nicer to drive, some are not very nice to drive, some are a bit harsh, some tend to be very uncomfortable over bumps, but it's a pickup truck, You want that 4-wheel drive system, so don't expect it to be nice and soft and, SUV-like. But can this come close? Because JAC also is now producing SUVs in China, and very soon they'll be coming into Malaysia. So let's go. So let's get started. Very simple. Start, stop, ignition right here. System comes alive. Easy to read digital instrument cluster. You can see your driving range, you can see your speed, how much diesel you got left, temperature, driving distance, your time, whether your lights are on or off. All your apps are here. What's missing? You got really everything you need, for a truck, okay, let's say it. Plus you got some physical buttons here, okay, for your aircon, to adjust temperature and all. One touch power window. Even for the rear is one touch power window. A feature you don't see in a lot of vehicles is one touch up and down for the rear windows. Temperature, very important. While you're driving, you can quickly change the temperature, because you don't want to be, I keep saying this, you don't want to be driving and looking down to adjust things. So when you got physical buttons, okay, this is what. As you own the vehicle, as the weeks progress, you'll memorize it easily. Parking brake, off-road settings, 2-wheel, 4-wheel, 4-wheel high, all here. Nice chunky gear shifter, and they've given you a driving mode. Now the driving mode will let you choose between sport, normal and eco. So we'll start with eco. We're leaving the car park right now. Okay. So there's a lot of information that comes out here as you drive, letting you know what's going on underneath, So like any pickup truck, it's going to be a little bit bumpy when the road is not so perfect, because it's a 4-wheel drive. It's got large wheels, it's got large tires. It's not a performance vehicle. Please remember that, ladies and gentlemen. A truck is a truck. if it nice and smooth driving is what you want, go buy yourself a passenger car or an SUV. You know, that's the way it is. Wave to the person. You can see the camera monitoring when we turn to make sure we don't have something coming on our side, so that, you know, we miss out something because it's a large vehicle. Acceleration is decent. We're going to brake hard now. Okay. Emergency warning came out because we're braking hard so that people at the back can see us. Like I said earlier, it's not, you don't hear the diesel engines in the cabin so much. You hear a little bit. In fact, if you're not a real true blue car enthusiast, you're sitting in this, you'll probably think, was that a petrol engine? Is it a petrol engine? Because it's not that clackety, you know. Diesel engines tend to be a bit clackety. That's just the way it sounds, you know. You can't change it. But when you put enough sound insulation, then you take away some of that noise, as some people call it. We call it audio enjoyment. Mid-range is good. Handling is pretty decent. You get reasonably good feel from the steering wheel. Nice chunky steering wheel, by the way. Now I'm going to go into Sport. Normal, I think there's very little difference. So let's try Sport and see. When the light changes, let the road open up. If it's safe, we'll accelerate a bit so you can actually see how this thing gains momentum. Light changes, and immediately you feel the engine a bit more lively in sports mode. Very brisk acceleration. It's not that bumpy. Now when you decelerate, you can feel the brakes working. Not too bad. In fact, quite good. And it's just 120,000 ringgit. Very nice and brisk. Very nice. Responsive. This is what you want from a diesel engine. You know, the same kind of feeling you get when you get into a sporty petrol-powered engine. You know, you want response to be almost instant. Not electric car response. Electric car response is just, you know, insane. But in the world of diesel trucks, I think this has done really well. She's telling me our speed. I'm going too fast. So we better keep to the speed limit. Don't break any laws. So, JAC T9 pickup truck from China. A company that has been building trucks for 60 years. That says enough, I think. 60 years of building trucks, I think they know what they're doing. So, go into a showroom. Very easy, just Google the name, JAC, Malaysia. The distributor is Evo Electric, newly established company, but the people behind it are very experienced people. I've known them for 20 over years in the automotive line. They've been probably inside, you know, automotive business for longer. There's a whole bunch of them from different companies have come together to start this new venture. So more showrooms are coming up as we go along. The car has just arrived, that's why we're using trade plates. We are the first to test drive it. dsf.my is the first to test drive it. So I hope you enjoyed our video. If there's anything you're not happy with, kindly share with us. We like comments, negative or positive. We like comments because comments help us to improve. Thank you for watching.